Good morning, 5th grade. This is your grammar lesson for Tuesday, April the 28th. We are done with Unit 5 now. You just tested yesterday. So today we're starting into Unit 6, all about pronouns. Okay, so our first lesson's on page 274. So go ahead and pause me while you get your book out and turn to page 274. Okay, you're back, and today as we talk about pronouns, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is taking the place of a noun. So let's look at this example. James owns an axe, but James needs a log splitter. We don't need to keep repeating James, so we're going to change James owns an axe, but he needs a log splitter. So he is replacing James. So these are your pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Those are some of the pronouns, or not all of them. But those you can replace with a person or people, as we're going to see here. A pronoun takes its meaning from the noun that it replaces. Just like this one, he is referring to James. James is called an antecedent. That's that big word there, antecedent. And that's basically all it means, is that's what the pronoun's referring to. A pronoun must agree with its antecedent. That is, it must be the same, either singular or plural, in gender as a noun it replaces. So let's look at this example. When George had enough money, he bought a bike. He is your pronoun. Who is he referring to? George. George is the antecedent. Let's look at the second example. George left the bike out in the rain and it rusted. Okay, well, it is a pronoun and it's not referring to George, it's referring to the bike. So the bike here is our antecedent. Okay, make sure that you have a clear antecedent for every pronoun. A pronoun can have more than one antecedent. After Brian and Carla had collected many recipes, they decided to write a cookbook. So they is a pronoun for both of these, Brian and Carla. The antecedent does not have to be in the same sentence as the pronoun. Brian and Carla wrote the cookbook, period. A new sentence, it was illustrated by Carla. Well, it is referring back to this cookbook. So let's look at some of these and let's talk through this lesson. What pronoun would you use to replace the underlined part of each sentence? Tom and Wendy walked home quickly. What could you replace? Which one of these words could you replace? You could say they walked home quickly. Nancy walked fast too. You would say she walked fast too. The streets were empty. You could say they were empty. Bruce answered the door. He answered the door. Ruth looked at the clear sky. You would say she. The friends went inside. They. The rainstorm began suddenly. It. The road flooded. The road was flooded. It was flooded. Okay? Let's find the pronoun and its antecedent. All right, here's the example. Are Dan and Rosa still here, or did they leave? They is a pronoun. They is referring to Dan and Rosa. The fans cheered when they saw the touchdown. They is your pronoun, and it's referring to fans. The seats in the back were in the back, and they were uncomfortable. They is referring to the seats. The singer took a bow. Then he took another bow. He is a pronoun referring to singer. The musicians played the school song. Then they marched off the field. They is a pronoun referring to the musicians. That's the antecedent. Judy knew the melody, but she didn't know the words. She is a pronoun. Judy is the antecedent. Angel held the football until it was stolen away. It is a pronoun. It is the football is the antecedent. The player of the game was Larry. Does he know yet? He is a pronoun, and that is referring to Larry as the antecedent. Okay, let's see if we can find our errors in here. As editors of the Rice School paper, we have an office. As students, however, I have no sports field. I should be we. We have no sports field. Rice teams keep losing. Why? It have no place to practice. That should be they. The teams are they, plural. Or we. Students need to study, but she also need to exercise. That would be they or we, depending on who is speaking. The wooded area nearby would be perfect, but she needs to be cleared. But it needs to be cleared. It is the area. Mayor Lou and our superintendent know the problem, but he have no funding. That would be they, because it's two people. Our principal, Miss Angeli, is in favor of the trip, and she has made a suggestion. If students want a field, they can help raise the money. Car washes, bake sales, and shows can be fun, and they can bring in cash. The town would probably help if it sees these efforts. Rise students, are you or we up to this challenge? Okay? All right, let's look at page 307 for your homework, and let's see what you have to do here. Okay, first section, you are going to just find the pronoun and write down the pronoun on a Google Doc. So for example, in this example, you'd write the word she. Okay, on the second section, write the pronoun, and then I want you to write its antecedent, just like it is here. So soccer is a very big sport in Glen Falls. It is more popular than baseball. Okay, well the pronoun is it, so you would write it for that problem. And what is it referring to? It's referring to soccer. So you would write these two words. You do not have to write the whole sentence. And then this last example, you're going to find pronouns, and then you're going to write the antecedents. The girls on 4th Avenue decided to publish a newspaper. They had a meeting at Josie's house. So you're going to write the pronoun that would be correct in that blank, which would be they, and then who's they referring to? It's girls. You're going to do all of 1 through 12. All right. Have a good day.